Fantastic Wednesday, and welcome to another summer success story brought to you by Work Nicer. Work Nicer has two Calgary locations, Stephen Avenue and Roxbury, and one opening up soon in Edmonton. We will be giving away a 3-month membership that's worth $1,500, and all you have to do is engage in the conversation on live or any of the social media platforms. My name is Jade Alberts, and I'm a business strategist that focuses on rejuvenating and re-energizing small business. My model is telling it like it is, and I love talking. So hook me up for a coffee if you ever want to. Today's summer success story is Mammoth VR, and they are an AR VR world-class company based out of Calgary. Matt Wright is the founder, and Matt, thank you for joining me. And how are you today?
I'm doing great. Yeah, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
Oh, no, for sure. Absolutely exciting. I know Matt and I met at a social media conference a few years ago. Matt was showing off some of the impressive virtual reality stuff that they do, and it brought me into a studio, and that was probably one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Yeah, we get
That's
that
for
a lot.
sure. Oh, that's good. That's good. And I appreciate that. So we'll get into it here. Matt has worked for over 10 years creating visual stories, beginning in his journey in broadcasting. Matt built his career on finding technical solutions to creative innovations and managing what has previously been impossible and finding ways to bring vision to life. This approach led to his current passion of extended reality content creation as a CEO and founder of Mammoth XR. Since then, Mammoth's diverse products and AR/VR experts for a variety of world-class clients in industries spanning from agriculture and oil and gas to health and entertainment. Matt believes in growing industry and the power of collaboration, providing support, both proven and emerging, not organization, techies, artists. Mammoth VR is a company of the future, not only because of the technology, but because of the unique culture, emphasis on work-life balance, and endeavor to support its employees in becoming the best versions of themselves, en route to socially conscious, extended reality content design to inform, inspire, and entertain. I mean, I know that's a lot for a company, and I've seen you in action there. So, how did you come up with Mammoth? How did you sit there, and what was your aha moment?
Yeah, definitely. So early on, well, I guess leading back throughout my career, I've always been a technology junkie. I've classified myself as a professional researcher. So I've made my entire career about being really good at research. Um, so throughout the years, I've always been looking at new technology, to see what's hot and what's gonna blow up in the coming years. And then
Mm-hmm.
I got wind of virtual reality reemerging,
Yep.
probably around 2014, with the Oculus Rift. So I ordered one right away, and just started playing. I have no real programming experience, but I just started jamming out on my computer and seeing what was possible, going through all the experiences, and I saw an opportunity to be one of the first content creators in the space. Um, so with that, I started my company in November of 2015. Um, then, which led us to me going out and demoing, and I actually didn't make a single sale for the first 8 months that we were open. So I started questioning myself, but I knew the technology was great. So I just kept on going and going, and then eventually we just took off. After one sale turned into five sales turned into 10, and then our company is now what it is today with 8 full-time people.
Well, that's impressive. That's impressive. So we talk about these struggles, and I've heard a variety of them from the people like yourself that have been on. You said you couldn't get sales. What was that? The turning point to overcome your early mornings, early business struggles.
Yeah, like I identified early on that like one of the main challenges is not we weren't only selling like creative and concepts, we are also selling a medium. So AR and VR is not proven.
Yeah.
Uh, People don't know about it, so some people are scared of it. Everyone that we showed was like amazingly impressed, and they loved it, but they just didn't know what to do with it. So that's where I started thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, well, I completely get that people don't understand how to use this medium, so I'm going to have to create opportunities for them to learn how they can use it. So
Yeah.
I just went a lot harder into pitching actual usable business cases to all my clients and working with them to try to figure out, okay, well, this is more than just some cool medium. It's an actual functional and effective medium also.
Yeah. Oh, so I mean, it's obviously there's a lot of more pioneering going on than, and then trying to explain people how this works. Was that kind of once these people got that concept and you were able to really see them there? Is that how how long did that take to get them over?
Yeah, like, well, that's a major challenge even to this day is our sales cycle of getting a client in, talking to them about, and then taking it to, okay, well, let's get this project going. Um, Not everybody has a line item that says AR VR in their budget, so they have to find the money somewhere, and they have to sell it up a lot of the times. So um, for us, we just try to work with them as best as we can to give them the tools that they need to sell it up to management, or sell it internally, depending on where they're at. Because to this day, like, a lot of people have not been super experienced with AR and VR,
Yeah.
but that's what we're good at. We're good at helping uh, give our champions the power to go in and sell it. Um, and we always offer to go in and demo as much as we can, because we know that once somebody sees it and feels it, it really sells itself.
Oh, do you find that the younger generations coming up are a little more, I guess, adapt to the technology?
Yes and no. For us, on the HR side, for us hiring, we find that we're hiring untraditional candidates for these positions.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people that work at Mammoth have no real experience doing anything that they're doing, but I've just seen passion in them.
Yeah.
But that's the same with our clients. Is a lot of these clients, they have passion and drive, and then they want to make change, and we help enable them do that. So there's a lot of similarities between the people that work at Mammoth and the clients that we look to work with. Really, we're looking for change makers, and people that are passionate about what they do and want to drive that change.
Well, I mean, that's as I'm, I believe you're now the fifth summer success story I've talked to, and everyone is stressing the same thing. They hire the best people, and people are the heartbeat of our companies, and that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess now that you've been here for 10 years and you're out there, you're looking for new clients. How do you market? How did you market Mammoth, in the early days to what are you doing now?
So marketing, it's I have a history in marketing, but the funny thing about Mammoth is we were just we hit the road running, and we didn't really focus a lot on our marketing efforts, other than we had a website up.
Yeah.
We focused on our highlighting our work, but a lot of our focus was on doing the best work possible,
Yeah.
and organic growth. And it's worked for us up until now. Just recently, I hired on a new reality success manager to start, working with clients to develop new strategies and really utilize the technology for what it is. Um, but up until this point, we really were organic growth. Um, where I'm seeing, as I have more people uh, you know, to pay and worry about, I'm like, okay, well, I can't be completely organic all this time, so I need to be, proactive in trying to find these jobs and ensuring that people know that we're available to help them. Um, but really, up till this point, it was all organic. Um, but the one thing that sort of we've been changing into is we've identified that we have a certain persona that wants to work with us. So what we did, we looked at our entire client base and noticed a trend in the people that we were working with. So based off of that trend, we created a persona that we are now targeting to communicate with. So that's through our social media channels, through our emails, through everything like that. And it's really about change and the change makers in the world that are looking to do some good. And those are the type of people that we like to work with, because those are the type of people we are. So
Oh, excellent. And if anybody listening to this now or watching it at a later, Matt's, Mammoth's website, just click on it in the comment section. It'll take you right there. So you'll be able to find any of their social media platforms like that. So that works. I love that. What did you call that? A reality, the new title?
Reality success manager.
Reality Success Manager. I've never heard that. I love that title. I'm just going to write it down right after this so I don't forget it. So I guess now, what's next?
So really, it's about growth. So our company is built on a platform where it's 80% client work, 20% passion. So the 80% obviously paid clients coming through, but what we do is we use the rest of 20% of our time on our passion projects, whether that is a 360 documentary, a VR video game, an AR video game. We work together as a group to decide what that best passion project is, and then we work together to get it done. So last year we worked on a piece called Scratcher, which is a 360 experience that
Yeah.
features turntablists. And we recently won a Rosie through the Ampias this year on it. So it's one of those things that we didn't plan to enter into any award shows or anything like that, but we just
Yeah.
knew that it was a cool idea and we wanted to do it, and we did it, and it's sort of paying its dividends now. So those kind of passion projects is what really drives us and what keeps us going. So.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, and congratulations on that win. I saw it when you guys were talking about it and posting about it. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So really, the goal is growth. And then eventually I hope to have the company be 50-50, 50 client work, 50% passion. And then end goal is 100% passion, but
Well, you got to have the BHAG goals, which is important.
Yep.
So I guess the last question I have is, you've been around, you've seen it, you've organically grown, which is excellent. What would you say, for one piece of advice for a new person starting up, a new entrepreneur, a new solopreneur, a new small business? What would your one piece of advice be?
Yeah, so for me, it's all about passion and authenticity. So early on, I early on in my career, I did some sales, and I went out and was wearing my suit and talking to people in a salesy kind of way, and
Yeah.
it never felt natural to me. It never was real to me. I was just being somebody that's fake. Um, so when I started Mammoth, I said to myself, it's all about authenticity. I need to be authentic. I need to be myself. And I want everybody that works at Mammoth to be themselves. So um, it even comes down to the way that we dress. So the way that we dress is the same way that you'll see us on the streets on the weekends, as you'll see us at the office. And, some people, they don't respond to that, but that's the way that we work. We want to be comfortable. We want to be as creative as possible. And I don't want clothing to be an issue like that. And I know that sounds so minor, but it's these little things that you start tweaking and making your business more of your own. So,
Yeah.
um, and then even with our values, you need to be authentic as possible. So there's some people or some companies that have approached us that we won't work with just because they don't align with our values. And it should never be about the money. It's never about the money for us. It's always about the work. So as long as we stay passionate about the work, authentic about our values, we feel that, it's going to be a positive experience. And, whether Mammoth is extremely successful and massive in 10 years, or if we fail, if we stick to those two key things, at least we have an amazing, memorable experience, and we didn't we didn't risk anything other than, some money and
Yeah.
whatever. At least we're setting up ourselves for a future career in something amazing, and we've done something that no one else can say that they've done.
Oh no, that's awesome. That's you can't stress, these types of values enough. Like that is just outstanding. And it's good to hear that, you guys believe. I mean, my tagline is be authentic, be honest, and be yourself. And I mean, you'll go a long way in business and in life, just, following those three things. So
yeah,
that's awesome to hear. And I've been on all sides of the clothing option too, even wrote a blog about it a few years ago. And that's like, clothing don't make the person.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just, oh goodness. Well, Matt, I appreciate you spending, 15 minutes with me today and sharing the Mammoth success story. That's awesome. Obviously wish you all the best. I'm sure we'll cross paths again. There's no doubt there, especially with being in the same city. So
absolutely.
Thank you again.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yes, again, special thanks to our sponsor, Work Nicer. It's always nice to have somebody to lean on when you have questions, and you have, having a mentor around just to have a little chin wag with is priceless. So check them out if you need a place to go. They have lots of options. My name is Jade Alberts. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thanks again, Matt.